Thank you for joining me. Today we are talking all about where DJs get their music from for their DJ sets in 2022. Going straight in with probably the most common place for DJs to get their music, I am of course talking about record pools. Now, if you're a new DJ, if you're starting out on your DJing journey and you're not familiar with this concept, basically record pools are websites whereby you sign up and pay a monthly or quarterly subscription that gets you access to a pool of music, and you get unlimited or a large quantity of downloads of music from that site on a monthly basis. There's loads of record pools out there available. Good ones include DJ City, BPM Supreme, Crate Connect, here in the UK, the mashup.co.uk, and also Zip DJ. I've actually done some reviews of record pools on this channel. Do check out the links in the description down below. One thing to note with the record pools, however, it is not a one-stop shop. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution. You will often have to top up your collection with music from other sources in order to get everything that you need. Also to note, they do appeal to a broad range of genres. So if you're a very specialist DJ, perhaps playing like minimal house or techno or something like that, record pools probably aren't going to be very suitable for you, just because on the whole they appeal to the commercial market. Moving swiftly on to the second source of music for your DJ sets, and that is by using a download gate. Now, there are lots of mashups, lots of bootlegs in the world, lots of unofficial remixes that other DJs, producers make. And usually what they will do is upload these to sites such as SoundCloud. And in order for you to get a download of that particular track or mashup, remix, whatever it is, a creator will often use a download gate. This means that there'll be a link to download that particular track on the post. However, in order to download it, you need to give that creator things like your email address. You need to follow them on Instagram or drop a comment on that SoundCloud post. After you follow a few different steps, you will then get the download for free. So you are paying for that download, but you're paying it with your information rather than paying with physical money and handing over money. Download gates are great to get free music. However, I would say be very, very cautious, because you are giving away your information. So consider the fact that you might be being added onto mailing lists. Consider you are potentially following artists that you don't necessarily follow long term, but you're having to follow them in order to get one download. So do think about that. Also as well, that link that you are downloading from, use with absolute caution. If they are a well-established producer, then you're probably going to find that it's going to be fine, but you never know. If they are a little bit more unknown, there could be malware in that link. It's literally downloading at your own risk, but nevertheless still a source to get some really obscure remixes, mashups, even mashup packs with 10, 20 tracks in. Use with caution. Moving on then to our next source, and a bit of a new kid on the block, I am of course talking about streaming services. Now, much like a record pool, you pay a monthly subscription. However, rather than downloading the music, you stream it, a little bit like Spotify or Tidal or something like that. Two very, very good services that are well established for DJs now are Beatport Link, which is on the screen here, and also Beat Source, which is connected to DJ City. Now, they are quite expensive streaming services, and you are reliant on an internet connection whilst you are DJing, okay? These tracks are not downloaded to your laptop. If, however, you don't have a good internet connection, if you pay for the more premium subscription, so here on Beatport Link, $29.99 a month will allow you to store 1,000 offline tracks, but it is only that 1,000. Once you use that quota up, in order to keep storing stuff online, you have to get rid of some of your older stuff that you don't play anymore. I do think as time goes on, there'll be more and more demand for streaming services. However, at this current moment in time, I don't know of any high street DJs in the UK that are Streaming, I still download. A lot of my DJ colleagues and a lot of people in my network are still downloading. But if you are a streaming DJ, let me know in the comments down below. It's certainly an option and it's certainly on the increase anyways. Moving on then to source number 4, and that is the good old-fashioned mailing list or promo company. This is whereby you get music as a DJ for free in exchange for scoring and giving feedback on particular tracks. So a record label might use this as a way to market a new release. So you get the track ahead of release, you give them some feedback, you get a download, and then you can go and play it to the crowd. Now, there is a few caveats when it comes to mailing lists in that. Number one, in order to get on one, you normally have to provide some kind of evidence, some kind of proof that you are playing out on a regular basis and to a certain amount of people each week. And number two, you will not get everything. Again, you will still need to use other sources to get your full catalogue of music. And you get sent a lot of music that you probably wouldn't play and don't really rate. There can be some gold nuggets hidden in there at certain points, but you will have to sift through quite a lot of stuff in order to find those gems. And you have to provide regular feedback, otherwise you do get chucked off of the mailing list. That is a risk you take. So it's not all plain sailing, but it's a way to get music for free and usually ahead of release. And then last but not least, of course, there is the online record store. No subscription required, nothing fancy, just paying for each individual track downloaded. And there's so much choice, so much selection covering every single genre you could possibly imagine, whether it be on iTunes, whether it be on Beatport or TrackSource. There honestly is something for everyone, and you can really get a huge collection just by using online record stores. In terms of how I use these, I actually will buy from online record stores in conjunction with my record pool subscriptions, just to really plug the gaps in my collection. But just be careful in that if you're adding 10, 20, 30 downloads to your basket at a time, it can get pricey. So there we have it, guys. 5 sources of music for DJs in 2022. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please click over there. And if you haven't watched my last video, please click up there, and I'll see you next time.